I was sitting on a harbour wall recently, watching people arrive one by one. Some stayed for only a few minutes. Some seemed to know exactly where they were going, and some were clearly waiting for someone. It struck me that almost everyone was looking for a person. Not a place. Not a thing. A person. I've been thinking lately about the difference between what looks important and what actually stays with us. Because when people tell stories about their lives, they rarely begin with achievements. They talk about people. The friend who called. The parent who listened. The neighbour who checked in. The colleague who made a difficult day easier. The moments themselves often seem quite ordinary. A phone call. A cup of tea. A conversation that lasted only a few minutes. But somehow those are the things that remain. Last week I noticed an elderly man sitting on a bench overlooking the sea. Every few minutes somebody stopped to speak to him. A short conversation here. A quick wave there. Nothing dramatic. Nothing remarkable. And yet it was obvious that he had spent years showing up for people. The conversations looked small. The relationships didn't. Perhaps that's something we overlook. We're often drawn toward the big moments, the milestones, the celebrations, the decisions that seem as though they'll change everything. But I wonder if much of life is built somewhere else. On ordinary Tuesdays, on quiet afternoons, on the days when nobody is watching, the days when we choose to show up anyway. Especially when we're tired, or distracted, or uncertain. There seems to be a quiet kind of power in consistency, not because it's exciting, but because it's reassuring. People begin to trust what returns. The sea never seems in a hurry. Tide after tide, it simply returns. Again, and again, and again. Perhaps relationships are a little like that. Not built through dramatic moments. Built through returning. Through staying connected. Through continuing to care. It's easy to believe the important things are happening somewhere else. Somewhere bigger. Somewhere more impressive. But the people we remember most are often the people who quietly gave a damn. The people who remembered. The people who noticed. The people who didn't disappear when things became difficult. I think that's why attention matters so much. Giving someone your attention is a way of saying, you matter. Not because you've achieved something. Not because you've earned it. Simply because you're you. And perhaps that's one of the richest things we can offer another person. Not our expertise. Not our accomplishments. Not our carefully curated version of ourselves. Just our genuine presence. Our willingness to listen. To remember. To return. Perhaps being remembered has less to do with what we achieve, and more to do with where we choose to be. The people who've mattered most in my life weren't always the most impressive. They were the ones who kept turning up, again and again. And I wonder, who has quietly shown up for you, and who might be grateful if you showed up for them today? Until next time, keep wondering.